Okay. Hey, Amanda, how's it going?
It's going well, Charlene. How are you?
Uh, Doing well, doing well. It's been a while since we had any kind of discussion on a video,
Yes.
so I'm
I don't know where
excited.
Feb I don't know where January went. It just flew by.
Right? We're already in February. I totally missed you in January. With the last time was December, right?
Yes, just before the holidays.
Right. So since then, oh, let me introduce myself. I'm Charlene Williams. I am a real estate broker and I'm with Real Estate Homeward and been in the industry for about 16 years now. And Amanda?
I'm Amanda Pivar. I'm a mortgage agent with Mortgage Connection, and I'm excited to be back with Charlene to answer all your real estate and mortgage questions.
Right. So then let's get right to it. So the Bank of Canada had an announcement that the rates are going to remain the same. I believe that was around the 21st of January.
Yes, you are correct. We did have a Bank of Canada announcement recently, and they kept the rates the same. And honestly, I don't hate it. I think it's the best thing they could do for the market right now. And I think stability is really what buyers need. If you look at anything the last few years, we had rates skyrocket, then we had them come down really quick. And then a lot of talk of could they go back up? So I think stability is perfect right now. We've seen a lot of stability with our variable rates not moving because of Bank of Canada. Even our fixed rates, yes, they've gone up maybe 0.12 or 0.1%, down 0.1%. In my opinion, though, that is a very, very small change and still signals stability.
Right. So the word of the day is stabilization.
Yes, I'm hoping that's the word of the year, let alone the day.
Right. Well, their next announcement is when? March, I believe.
Yes,
Right?
March is our next announcement. Lots of data will come out between now and then, which is great. We'll have 2 months of employment numbers, we'll have 2 months of inflation numbers, but I really don't, unless something crazy happens, I'm not expecting any movement in March.
Right. So the last time that I heard that the next thing that they will lower the rates will be the April. April? Yeah, the April announcement. So it looks like they do it about every 6 weeks-ish or so.
Yeah, so that's 8 times a year, so roughly every 6 weeks we see
Hmm.
it. And April would be great to see a change, but it's so hard to say. And when you look at what the big five are all predicting, all except the same one that's always very off, they're all predicting stability for at least the first half of the year. So, I mean, it's too far to tell what could happen between now and April, but I wouldn't be surprised if we see a lot of the rates staying the same until more mid-year.
Right. So, I mean, it's got its good points and its bad points. Yes, it's the same and it will be the same in March. So that signals stability.
Yep.
Yeah.
Exactly. And I think
And
that's the biggest thing that if you look at our last couple of years, I mean, our buying market and our condo market, they haven't been strong. Our real estate market is down quite a bit from 2021. And I think one of the biggest things we haven't seen that in the past we have seen is stability. And I think that's what buyers need to feel confident enough to be able to come back in the market, know that they're not coming in, their rate's going to absolutely plummet and they should have waited. They think rates are the same. Prices should hopefully stay kind of similar to where they are, and that's what's going to bring our buyers back out, in my opinion.
right. And I mean, that is not a bad thing. No, I'm not seeing a lot of buyers, a lot of first-time buyers anyways coming to me. Um, were you aware that they are lowering or cutting the HST for first-time buyers?
Only for pre-construction. So
Right.
only pre-construction, and let's face it, people aren't buying pre-con right now. Pre-con pricing is usually a little bit on the higher side compared to
Mhm.
what resale is. And what we're seeing with so many buildings being canceled is people are back in the market with these large down payments, able to buy a superior unit to what they had purchased in the new construction market. So yes, HST is being lowered, but it's only on pre-construction properties.
Right. So that's not just condos, it's everything pre-construction.
That is correct. Yes.
Okay. So, what I have been hearing in terms of not having an HST for first-time buyers anymore, will it will cover resale as well as pre-construction. So I think that's something that the government is looking into, and we're crossing our fingers that they are going to say, yeah, we'll do away with the HST for any kind of resale.
Yeah, I mean, realistically, like that would more look like a lower land transfer tax for a first-time home buyer, which would be excellent.
Mhm.
Right now, a first-time home buyer already does save a little bit on the land transfer tax, but if they could take it away altogether, that's perfect.
Right. And what are you seeing? Are you busy? Are you doing a lot of refinancing or just
Yeah.
financing, period?
A lot of renewals. Renewals is the big topic right now. We have the biggest renewal year in the last 5 years coming up this one. So right now it's a lot of renewals that we're focusing on. Buyers, it's been an interesting time. I haven't seen a time like this before where, yes, we're getting phone calls to get pre-approved, but it's taking about 3 to 4 weeks for someone to actually complete their application and provide the paperwork. And when you look at the weather and what the month's been like in January, I'm not overly surprised. If someone had to go into the office to get some of their paperwork, they just weren't going to be doing that because why would
Right.
you brave this cold and the snow or just wait a little bit? So it's been a little bit of a slower start when it comes to actually getting people pre-approved, but at least people are still making those phone calls, which is totally normal for this time of year.
Right. And I mean, as far as I'm concerned, there are a lot of deals out there in the market. I've been
Mhm.
seeing like two-bedroom condos for less than $500,000. And I have not seen that since I started real estate in 2014 for crying
Yeah.
out loud. So, yeah, it's been a little, well, yeah, it's been a little bit of a shock, even for me as a realtor, that you can buy a two-bedroom condo for less than 500,000.
It's true. And, I don't know if you agree with me on this, but I've been seeing a lot of investors calling. And investors for this time of year, a little unusual, but they're looking at buying condos. And what that signals to me that they're seeing the potential in them. The prices, like you said, 2014 pricing, that's not going to last forever. So it's a great time to get into that condo market, especially the condo market.
Right, right. And if you can, I mean, at whatever point in time it is, rent it out. So you're renting it out, you're at
Yeah.
least covering your mortgage and your maintenance fee, and that helps a lot.
Yeah. Or even just like right now, I find a lot of my buyers who are pre-approved are maybe not overly thrilled with what they can purchase, but they can purchase. And that's the biggest difference. If we look back at 2020, a lot of my clients who get pre-approved for say 500, it was a struggle to purchase. And now I have clients who are approved for anywhere from 350 to 400 or like, oh, I wish it was higher. But for the first time in a long time, you can actually get a unit. And even if you buy it, kind of ride it out for the next 3 years as your starter home and then flip it once the market rebounds is such a good idea that more people should be taking advantage of.
Right. And that is a good idea. I mean, what are you looking at in terms of what are your thoughts about market rebounding? I've heard people say 5 years to get back to even a little bit over, like 5% over
Mhm.
what we are now. And I've heard people say 7, 8 years. So to get,
Mhm.
we're never going to get back to 2020, 2021 pricing.
Never say never. I mean, if you look at the real estate market in Canada, on average, the real estate market does actually double every 10 years. So I think 7 to 8 years is a long time. I would be more on the 5 year for getting the condo pricing back to where it is. And I think one of the biggest factors of why I'm saying 5 years is so many buildings are being canceled. So
Yeah,
a lot of people are now getting these large sum of money back that they put for a deposit that are able to get into the resale market at a, like we said, superior earner than they had purchased. So that's why I think maybe a 5 year period. Hopefully it'll take 7 or 8. I'm more banking on a 5 year.
5 years. 5 years not to get up to 2020, 2021
No.
pricing, but to
See
at
some increases and some,
right.
year over year, a little bit of increases.
Yeah. And that's it. I'm with you. I'm with the 5 year as well. Like I said, I've heard some people say 5 years. I've heard some people say 7 years. But just looking at the data, and the data
Mhm.
usually isn't wrong, we will be in a better place in 5 years, I imagine.
Yeah. One of the data that I haven't personally looked at, but I feel like would be an interesting thing to look at is 2028 data to 5 years after that, because the financial crisis was 2008 and people weren't sure how they were going to pay their mortgages. House prices dropped and it was a disaster, which, right now is not a disaster. It's nothing as bad as the financial crisis, but people were saying the same things that we're saying right now. It's probably not going to rebound. We're not going to see those prices again, but we did. So
Mhm.
history always repeats itself. So I do think we'll eventually see it increase.
Right. I mean, that sounds good. So when are we going to meet again? What do you think? Like after the next Bank of Canada announcement?
That sounds great to me. I think that will give us a lot of data in the next about a month and a half until the meeting. We'll have a couple employment numbers, inflation numbers, and of course the announcement.
Right, right. And I think that's a good idea as well. I think that hopefully, you know, people will understand that the general public will understand that, it's a good time to buy. I don't see that buying is failing right now. You
Yeah.
may lose a little bit in the next 3, 4, 5 months, but then you'll go right back up. So I think it is a good time to buy, and there's lots of deals out there, lots of deals.
I totally agree. So, and like I said, anyone who's watching this, looking at curious, buy curious, letting us know if you're looking at buying, just contact us and we're happy to help.
Happy to answer any questions. Thanks a lot, Amanda.
Thanks, Charlene, and thank you again for having me.
Okay, take care.